tone has been set for this election campaign, not so much by any presidential address as on the streets, and sometimes with violence. 3 months of campaigning ahead of what may be the most closely contested vote since the end of apartheid. One legacy from those days, a deep-set culture in the absence of other means of mass mobilisation.
During the apartheid era, there were a lot of protests where people actually protested against the treatment they were receiving from the then government. That's when you will see people the uprising, the Sharpeville uprising, the Soweto uprising, and actually it worked in a sense.
South Africa has on average 5 protests every day, higher than any other country. But most are in desperately poor communities, fed up with what they say is a lack of even basic public services. Many see no other way to be heard, particularly in the run-up to an election.
We are sick and tired of unemployed, poverty. We don't have clean water. In fact, we don't have water. Right now, we can't use our hospitals.
Often such protest action isn't quite as spontaneous as it seems. Note the party colours on this delivery truck. Mcebisi and Lechana believe such trouble is also led by a disconnect between government and its constituents at ground level.
In a society that is still undergoing nation formation, you do need uniting institutions, uniting figures that pull everyone together to the center. But at the same time, that doesn't negate the importance of pluralism, political alternatives, because for the ANC to remain vibrant, it has to fear losing power.
A more vibrant democracy perhaps, but still with one party at its heart.
Politically, South Africa is in new territory. On the one hand, a ruling party whose support levels are dropping, and at the same time these new political parties that are beginning to emerge to form a more viable opposition. But there's big questions around whether they'll be able to suck up enough of the vote to serve as an outlet, or whether South Africa still needs an ANC that's fit and well to act as a social sponge. Henderson, CCTV, Johannesburg, South Africa.